All right, here's an example of how to set up and then solve a word problem. The word problem is Billy takes 2 minutes to eat a bag of candy, and Bob takes 3 minutes to eat the same bag of candy. How long does it take them to consume 5 bags of candy in total? Okay, in total. I should add that in there. In total. All right, so let's think about what we're solving for. What is the question? It says, how long? So we are solving for time. All right, time to consume 5 bags of candy. Okay, now what information do we know? So this is where we want to look at each of the word statements and just at least qualitatively, we don't have to put numbers down yet, but just try to capture what information we're given in the problem. We're told something about Billy, right? We're told how fast Billy eats candy and Bob eats candy. All right, so there's 2 pieces of information. And so this would be like 1, 2. And then the third piece of information is how much candy we want to have consumed total. So how much candy bags to consume. Okay, so now let's think about that again, but now in a quantitative fashion. In other words, like let's put some numbers to it. So we have that Billy eats, let's see, 2 minutes. We could say 2 minutes per bag, or he eats 1 bag per 2 minutes. Right? So we could write it in 2 ways. 2 minutes per bag. Right? And we can write this as a straight fraction, like we'll do 1 bag over 2 minutes. That's something that we could write equivalently. So every 2 minutes he eats a bag of candy. Bob eats 1 bag every 3 minutes. So, 1 bag per 3 minutes. Or we would say 3 minutes per 1 bag. These are both equivalent statements. And I'm going to write it as 1 bag over 3 minutes. Okay, and we'll say the total bags to eat will be 5. Okay. Now let's see if we can write some kind of an equation to capture this. Now before we do that, let's just think for a moment if we had a little modified problem that was simpler. And then we'll come back to this one. Let's say that it was only Billy eating candy and not Bob. So Billy takes 2 minutes to eat a bag of candy. And the question is, how long does it take them, or does it take Billy, to consume 5 bags of candy? All right, well, it's 2 minutes per bag times the number of bags that he's going to eat. So we could say for Billy to eat 5 bags, we would have 2 minutes per 1 bag times 5 bags. And just like you can cross off common terms that are up in the numerator and in the denominator, like if I were going to say 2 times 5, or 2 over 5, 2/5, times 3 halves, you can cross the 2 and the 2 off because we're really doing 2 divided by 2, right? You can do the same thing with units. So here we have bags. I could really rewrite 5 bags as 5 bags over 1, right? It doesn't have any units to it. And I could then say, I'm going to cross bags out and cross bags out. And so not only do I have a result of 2 times 5, which is 10, but I also have the units that go with it. 10 what? 10 bags? No, it's 10 minutes. It's actually 10 minutes per bag times bags, which is 10 minutes. Now, I'm sure you could have done that in your head, right? But here's how we can write an equation for it. Now, if we were going to do the same thing, but for Bob to eat 5 bags, then we'd have, he takes 3 minutes per bag, right? Again, he's going to consume 5 bags. So we can cross out bags, bag here. Bags and bag is the same. And we end up with 15 minutes. I'm sure you could do that in your head as well. Okay, now before we try to solve the initial problem, let's go back and look at another scenario. Let's ask the question, how long, how many bags does Billy eat in, let's say, 5 minutes? Okay. Now before, what we'd seen up here was that we could write something like, we know that it takes 2 minutes per 1 bag, right? And we know that he's going to eat for 5 minutes here. That's what we're told. How many bags does he eat in 5 minutes? Now previously up here we had been told, okay, he's going to eat 5 bags. How long does it take him? Now we're told he's eating for 5 minutes. How many bags does he eat? So we don't know the number of bags. I might as well I'll put for number of bags, I'll call it N for number of bags. Now I could rearrange this where I'm going to multiply the top and bottom. I'll take actually both sides here and I'll multiply it by 1 bag over 2 minutes, right? Because I'm going to get the N by itself over here. That's the number of bags is equal to 1 bag per 2 minutes. This is how this has to do with Billy, right? Billy does 1 bag every 2 minutes times how long? 5 minutes, right? And how many bags does he eat? He ends up eating, well, we see 5 over 2, so it's going to be 5 halves. And notice that just like before, where we had bags, like here we had bags and bags cancel, here we have minutes and minutes cancel. Right? So we end up with N is equal to 5 halves bags, right? Or 2.5 bags. So Billy can eat 2.5 bags in 5 minutes. Now we're ready to set up the final problem, or the original problem. Okay, the original problem says we want to eat, we want the boys to eat, what did I say? It said, how long does it take to eat 5 bags? Okay, all right. So N is 5 bags. Okay, and we will have, we know that Billy eats 1 bag per 2 minutes, but we don't know how long it's going to take, right? So this is what we don't know. This is the time. I'm going to go ahead and put T for time, okay? But it's not just Billy that is eating, right? We also have Bob, who's eating at the same time. And how many bags does he eat? Well, he eats 1 bag every 3 minutes. So instead of 1 bag over 2, we have 1 bag over 3. Now he's going to eat for the same amount of time as Billy eats. Right? They're eating at the same time. So think about it. After 3 minutes, Billy has eaten 1.5 bags, and after 3 minutes, Bob has eaten 1 bag. So together they've eaten 2.5 bags. Okay, so you can see the answer coming here. So now what we have 5 is equal to 1, and I'll leave the units, yeah, I'll take the units off now, plus 1/2 times t plus 1/3 times t. Now I shouldn't leave the units off because actually the units are very helpful. We have 5 bags equal to 1 bag per 2 minutes times t plus 1 bag per 3 minutes times t, right? And we can rewrite this. I'll do it here without units. You see the t is in common, so I can pull the t out like that, right? Here I'd have 5 bags is equal to 1 bag over 2 minutes plus 1 bag over 3 minutes, all of that times t. On this side, I have to put this on a common denominator, right? So this would be equal to 3 over 2 times 3 plus 2 over 3 times 2, all of that times t. And what do we have? We have 5/6 times t. So we multiply through by 6/5, right, to get t by itself. So we get 6/5 times 5 is equal to, and then the 5/6 and 6/5 here will cancel, so we'll end up with t. So our answer is t is equal to 6. Now it's 6 minutes, right? So what we should do over here, if I were to combine these over on this side, what we would have is it would turn out, if we put it on a common denominator, I would have 1 bag times 3 plus 1 bag times 2, all of that over 2 minutes. It's actually going to be 2 times 3, which will be 6 minutes, times t. Right? So now I have 5 bags times 6 minutes. I'll bring the 6 minutes over. And I have that equal to, what, 1 bag times 3 is 3 bags, plus 1 bag times 2 is 2 bags, so that's 5 bags. 5 bags. 5 bags times t. And I can divide through by 5 bags, right? And I'll get 6 minutes is equal to t. And there you have it. And we can check it. We can say if Billy eats 1 bag every 2 minutes, 1 bag every 2 minutes, and he's going to eat for 6 minutes, and Bob eats 1 bag per 3 minutes times 6 minutes, then what do we get? We get 3 bags here, and over here we're going to get 6 over 3 is 2 bags, for a total of 5 bags. And there you go.